2 people missing.
Yep.
Tonight on Piha Rescue.
Yep. Give us 2 bowmen. I'll jump in with Bruce.
A search for 2 fishermen.
Drift that way, eh?
Which puts a stop to the club's annual vice versa party.
What we're looking for dark masses in the water. If they're floating about that far below the surface. We're looking for bodies.
It's not perfect holiday weather to celebrate the last day of patrol, but the beach is still packed with piha nippers ready to conquer the big waves, along with some guests.
Well, today we've got the Piha Nippers are hosting Moringi Bay Nippers. This is an opportunity for the East Coast beaches to get a taste of what a big surf beach is like.
And it's not just the lifeguards running the event.
Parents all volunteering their time, and what we often find is some of the parents watch the kids get into it, get involved themselves, do the training, turn up to be volunteer lifeguards as well. Now, you know, we've got some people joining the club 40, 50 years old in their rookie years, and they love it.
And one of them is lifeguard Jackie.
Any issues at all, we want to come out to you before you get into trouble, okay? So that happens again, hand up, we'll come and sort you out, okay? Everyone happy with that? Did anyone else?
But things were rather different 5 years ago.
Jackie's a full-time mum. She wants to be able to safeguard her children around water. Trouble is, she can hardly swim to save herself.
They can't go very deep with mum at the moment, so I thought this would be good for them to be able to, for me to give a bit of confidence in it.
Trained by lifeguard Anna, Jackie's prospects of becoming one of them looked slim.
When I first started going for my bronze, I couldn't swim more than 2 leagues, so it's just a matter of what you've got to do yourself. Yeah.
A big ask. She needs to improve her technique and virtually double her swimming speed.
Jackie did far more than that, and now she's one of the coaches of the Piha Nippers Brigade. Assisting her today is the Mairangi coach, who has some challenging ideas for today's Nippers exercise.
Well, now what we want them to do here is go and actually swim against it, so that they can experience it, because they've never done it before. That's why we're going the opposite way, just so they can experience it. We don't get current.
Every precaution is taken, with a patrolling IRB and parents to be stationed in the water.
Yeah, it's a really strong sweeper current because you're getting the water coming down from the estuary and that storm over the last few days. So, yeah, it's quite big, quite messy.
To ensure safety, there is a 1-to-1 parent-to-child ratio in the water. But in just 5 minutes, conditions deteriorate. The power of the current intensifies beyond what the nippers can handle. Immediately, Tony and Jackie take action and another IRB is launched.
They've just been caught on the side of a hole and they're just getting drawn into the rip. So they're going sideways faster than they're going forward.
Yeah, back to Tony.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, get them all in front. We need them all off in that water, out of there.
Yeah, copy that. TJ's going to pick them up now, yeah.
The current is horrendous. And in record time, everybody is ordered out of the water.
Even the ones right out the back there in front of you, Tony.
Okay, we'll get them all in, yeah.
The nippers are herded back to shore by watchful guards. The exercise, although short, was nonetheless useful. The East Coast is left in no doubt as to what a piha rip feels like.
It's real powerful. We just saw some of those guys just get swept out like real quick. We didn't do it, which was lucky, eh?
That was so funny. They went like over there and now they like ended up over here like 5 seconds flat.
You feel really like just crazy because everything's going everywhere. You come up, then you're back under. It's just pretty crazy out there at the moment.
And so the rest of the nippers' day was finished in the shallows, far from any danger.
Time to wake up and pack up.
Good afternoon, beachgoers.
Yeah, no, it's been a good day today, actually. We've had one rescue on the front of Lion Rock of a surfer. We've had one first aid, but on a whole, the public's been pretty good. It's good because it means we've got basically a party happening tonight and we've got plenty of time to go get ready for it.
The yearly vice versa party, a Piha tradition.
I've lost my wig.
Where the boys dress up as girls, girls dress up as boys.
Vice versa is something that's been around for 60 years. It's a great tradition. Once a year, everybody gets to dress up as a girl. It has been going actually probably longer than 60 years now. I couldn't tell you exactly how it started or why it started, but there are photos of some very old clubbies. They make ugly women, but They're old clubbies, so it's been around for a while. Once a year it has happened, and it'll long may it continue. It's a great tradition. It's a good way for everyone to let their hair down and to just have a great night, and that's actually quite a fundamental part of what being a lifeguard's all about. Being able to let your hair down afterwards to help build that camaraderie between lifeguards. It's actually very important.
It's going to take a while to make these ladies pretty. Meanwhile, major mayhem is brewing out at sea. 2 fishermen have disappeared off the side of the barber's chair. 3 IRBs are already out searching. The lifeguards interrupt their party preparations to check first aid supplies. If the men are in the water, the guards are going to need them. At Piha, 2 fishermen have disappeared off the rocks. A major search and rescue is underway during the preparations for the club's annual vice versa party. Already in costume, senior lifeguard Melissa is coordinating from the beach.
Currently there's 2 fishermen and a surfer gone off the front of Camel Rock. There's 3 IRBs out there at the moment. 1 IRB's got 1 person, I'm not sure where they picked them up from, but they just should be coming back in now.
Details are sketchy.
The informant saw 1, that had stored observations on 1 but lost the second person.
Okay. Greg from Jono.
So we get the person.
The update from Sean was the call from the informant was 2 persons on the front of Camel, only 1 could be seen, so it's query 1 in the water.
There's 1 in the boat, isn't there?
Jonathan, Melissa here. Steve has 1 patient in the boat.
We have 1 patient in the boat apparently.
The party is forgotten as over 20 lifeguards turn out to help in the search, including 6 in the IRBs. Greg lives only 100 metres away.
The Eagle's coming out to do a search.
Because the boats are behind Camel Rock, radio communications are difficult.
Was that for Melissa?
I'll be receiving over. We have a green bag on the rocks about 100 metres from Camel Rock. There's a washing machine. There's no one near that bag. We had called out, but no one has anything yet.
Roger, copy that. Can you just confirm if any IRBs have recovered any patients?
Negative.
We will search.
The 2 women who placed the original emergency call are now on the site.
And then they would go like this, and the waves were just like just coming over, just caving in on top of them. Like, because all you could see is white, but like I saw the guy going like this, so I said, oh, they're coming. Well, I could only see 1. So basically, he was coming back, and I said, he'll never make it to the keyhole. How's he going to make it? Because I've been out there.
Yeah.
There's no one in the beehive at all, righto. We just went around, we checked blue pools, we checked through the keyhole. There's nothing in the keyhole at all.
There's a green bag down about 100 metres down from Camel. Yeah.
Still on the rocks?
Nah.
Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. Then we have got to the bottom of the water. I'll jump in a boat.
Yeah.
They're Eagle.
Police helicopter Eagle arrives to search from the air. It has now been 12 minutes since the call came in, and there are only 20 minutes of daylight left.
There's a green bag by Blue Pool that hasn't been accounted for yet.
Okay.
So you might have a couple of floaters.
So where you on the guard? Follow you out, we'll work in an area.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to run through the tunnel straight away.
Yeah. I'll let you do that, you know it.
Bruce is going to run around the front.
Yeah.
Bruce and Steve are the first off the beach. Followed by Greg and Anthony. Lifeguard Marcus was part of the first IRB search.
Don't know, but the swells are too big to get out there.
Gareth and Sam decide to check along the bush track at the southern end of the beach.
Right. It's just one goes right the way out. Back to me.
Everyone knows that if the fishermen are underwater, they're going to need resuscitating.
All we could see was a bag. The swells out there are just too big to even get in close to the rocks. I fell out twice, so it's pretty big out there.
Active reserve guards Mike and TJ have been searching for 15 minutes on one of the original IRBs involved. With this amount of time passed, the chances of finding the men alive are slim.
So you think there's no one there, or?
Oh no, he's probably there, he's under the water. Oh no, he's definitely been rushed off the rocks. There's a his bag, its gear still on the rocks. But I don't think, if the helicopter doesn't find it, we're not going to find it because we're too low to the water.
Suddenly, Marcus sprints to the southern end of the beach.
He's just going to check with the surfer that he wasn't one of the informants who said that they saw these people on the rocks. So.
Oh yeah. Sorry. That's cool.
But to no avail. Nobody has seen the two fishermen.
You don't know anything?
Not yet, no.
One place the boats can't search now in these conditions is the blowhole, a crevice under the rocks.
To be honest, if they're in a blowhole, they're in there for at least a couple of days. They go in a good 10 metres. Once somebody goes in there, there's no way in hell anyone can get them out. They start off reasonably big and they narrow down to tiny fissure. And the other thing is, of course, you just can't get them out. One, we can't get close enough from the seaside, and two, the chopper just can't hang anybody anywhere near.
Greg decides to drive through the keyhole, a narrow channel through Camel Rock, the only possible escape route for the fishermen. This is the sort of scenario the volunteer lifeguards at Piha dread. A desperate search for two missing fishermen in fading light conditions.
None, and couldn't see a head or anything. We were looking in the water.
You saw them definitely on the point of Camel.
Absolutely. Yeah. Right on that high point. And they were literally running back and forth with hand lines.
Right.
And I knew there's no way you can do that with those waves coming. And the waves were coming over them because we had the knockers going like...
What we're looking for dark masses in the water. If they're floating about that far below the surface. They'll be somewhere just scan general front area.
Dark hat, dark short t-shirt and dark shorty stubbies.
Piha IRB from Piha base, copy. Two persons who were sighted were both wearing dark clothing, dark t-shirt, dark shorts, copy. We'll possibly just get the Eagle helicopter in a moment just to go for a search north.
Another 10 minutes. Because I've been in the water since 8. So now.
Bruce decides to regroup the lifeguards and start a grid search heading south, the most likely way the current may have carried the fishermen. And then out of the blue, two men approach the search party.
We've been back for about half an hour.
Yeah, I'll
You're fishing off the front of Camel?
Yeah.
we should be back in the tape.
What did you get? What was the call?
Oh, there you got.
Yeah, Roger.
You may have been swept off the rock. They saw one of you.
Well, whoever called, mate, got it wrong.
It would have been nice getting the right.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, copy that.
We heard of famous people are looking at.
No comment. Yeah. And we only got one fish too. It's pretty disappointing.
Nah, that's good. That's just one of those situations that turned out all good instead of all bad. If they've been out there, there've been two bodies.
Yeah, I did actually have my dress and all my gears on actually.
Yeah.
It was quite a quick change. I'm quite lucky I didn't put my makeup on because that would have been the case of my mascara running and that wouldn't have been a good sight.
And finally, it's time for the party. The tradition of 6 decades survives for another year.
The lifeguard season has ended, but on a crisp Saturday morning, more than 200 Piha club members and lifeguards have come together for a very sad commemoration. Inside the club room, friends and family have come together to prepare flowers and armbands for a ceremony. And outside, grief-stricken parents are in mourning at the sudden death of a talented young lifeguard. The death of 19-year-old lifeguard Jess Hosking, who unexpectedly passed away while on a working holiday in France. For her parents, devastating. And for the club, a major blow to have one of their most talented lifeguards lost at such a young age. It's hit them all hard.
So we'll do a servicing and whatnot else and try and make that pass as best we can, try and give the parents some sort of chance to say their goodbyes of her part of her life, at least here at the surf club and whatnot else. So yeah, just sad, really sad.
Duncan knew her very well.
Yeah, she was always the life of the party at the patrol. When she turned up, the whole place perked up, and it was just, she used to hang out. Didn't matter whose patrol it was, she'd come down and hang out with the kids. It's just a friendly, happy person. There's always sunshine in her life. It was just amazing.
Besides being the light of the patrol, she was also one of Piha's finest young guards.
Radio on echo bag. Quick.
Best remembered for assisting in the club's most famous rescue of Indian swimmer Ramesh 3 years ago.
You're right, mate. Come on. Hang in there, mate. Hang in there.
Liz and Jess sprint the full kilometre on the beach and are among the first on the scene.
Stay with us, buddy.
Lifeguard Jess assists with first aid while Jason supplies oxygen. Now that the patient has shown signs of life, Jess prepares the foil blanket to prevent hypothermia setting in.
Surfcom, could you confirm whether or not an ambulance is coming as a standby option?
The ambulance has arrived, but has made a wrong turn, so Gary and Jess race to guide them to the helipad.
Go to the helipad, do you know where that is?
The ambulance is only a temporary stopover for Ramesh, as the chopper is due to arrive in 15 minutes. Once the patient is stabilised, Jess and her colleagues move him carefully into the ambulance. Ramesh survived thanks to Jess and the Piha guards. But today, it's a different story.
When young people die unexpectedly, it's such a tragedy. They're not meant to go like that. The oldies are meant to go first. And so it's a very sad day for Piha, and indeed the whole life-saving movement in New Zealand.
What a place to all meet here, a place to remember Jess, to celebrate and farewell our Jess. The place Jess made so much difference to so many people. A place she risked her own life to save others.
She was always known for taking the newbies under her wing and making them feel included. The memories you have given in this irreplaceable... You have given us are irreplaceable and is something that no one can take away from us.
Jess was a member of A Patrol and always the first to volunteer when currents and rips needed to be identified. She was one of the patrol's strongest swimmers.
Who wants to go for a swim? Just want you to find out where south to put them. No, just go yourself.
All the guards are on tenterhooks waiting for Jess's call regarding which end is best for the flags.
One time on Piha Rescue, we had to move the flags from the north end of the beach to the south end. So Jess, as everyone knows, is a very strong swimmer. So being as young as she was, but I knew she was a strong swimmer, I said, Jess, I need someone to go out, find the rips, see how strong they are, and report back to me.
And so she did.
And how was it? I don't know, it's quite strong down the other end as well, so I guess we'll give it a go and see how it ends up.
With my job, I travel the country. So after that episode aired, I got reamed just about by everyone that I saw, going, how can you send such a young girl out into those dangerous rips and currents? And I said, it's simple. She's an awesome swimmer. And I spoke to Jess after she got out and said, Jess, why were you doing backstroke through the Pakiti Rip when it was running so strong? She just turned around and said to me, I was bored. I'd been doing freestyle all day.
Jess's farewell moves down the beach towards the water, where she was in her element. Her parents are the first to lay their flowers in the waiting IRB. Over 100 lifeguards in IRBs, surfboats, jet skis and surf skis will form a circle around the IRB filled with the floral tributes.
Basically, we're all going to try and raft up as much as possible, and then we'll put out all the flowers, everyone else around.
In honour of Jess, the two surf boats raise their oars while Abby, her soulmate, tosses the flowers into the ocean. It's a scene like never before at Piha Beach. And in a final gesture, 19 doves are released by her grandparents to symbolise each of the years of Jessie's short life. This episode is dedicated to Jess Hoskin.